This is Matthew Judon, and y'all listen to the 3-Point Conversion.
At the Super Bowl here in Arizona, we have an NFL champion. The Chiefs have won the day in a close game, very nearly leading us to extra football, but late in the game, the Chiefs would seal the victory with the field goal. And listen, take nothing from the Eagles. As I said, this one came down to the wire. They were even leading by 2 scores going into the half, 24-14, after an excellent opening half of football from their quarterback, Jalen Hurts. On the night, he had over 300 yards in 27 for 38 passing, with a touchdown in the air to A.J. Brown, and also 3 carries of his own that were touchdowns, 15 on the night for 70 yards total as his squad's leading rusher. Surely, if the Eagles would have won, Jalen Hurts would have been the MVP, but instead, Patrick Lavon Mahomes II is the MVP of the Super Bowl and also the MVP of the league, something we haven't seen since Kurt Warner back in '99. So one other thing here, interesting fact, this is also the 2nd highest Super Bowl in scoring in history. So a lot of stuff going on over and above the history made in this Super Bowl with the 2 black starting quarterbacks in the game as well. And we were actually able to talk to Jordan Mailata, offensive lineman for the Eagles, about the keys to success early in the game for them.
Early in the game, it felt like you guys definitely had control. Obviously, a close game. Both teams played very well. But what do you think you had early to keep you guys going successful?
What, can you say the last end of your question?
That was going well. That was keeping you successful early.
Just executing on plays, trusting in the coaching and the play calling. Excuse me. Just trusting in the coaches that they were going to put us in a great position, and from there we had to go out and execute. And so we just kept the ball rolling. We just always focused for 4 seconds at a time, and then move on to the next play, regardless if it was a minus or a plus. We just focus for 4 seconds and execute our jobs.
Of course, complimenting Jalen Hurts and his solid performance and the Eagles' early success was A.J. Brown with 6 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. And then, of course, Devontae Smith, he didn't have a touchdown, but he had 7 catches for 100 yards. Big night for both of them. Listen, either team could have easily won this game. You got high numbers on offense for both sides, no question. However, for all the much we talked about the Eagles' defense, they never actually recorded a sack. And for both teams having the most sacks combined in Super Bowl history, there was only 1 sack combined in the total game by the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense also has Nick Bolton to thank for their scoop and score touchdown that kept them in the game early and kept it from getting out of hand. But there was a lot of contribution from younger guys in this game. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney both had touchdowns, as did Travis Kelce, who we also expected a big deal from. 6 catches for 81 yards of his own. Coach Andy Reid talked about the production of young guys and the importance to the outcome of the game after the game.
I'm proud of those guys, all of them, the young guys. I mean, heck, we have all these rookies on the back end of the defense, and they kept getting better every week. They brought great energy. Pacheco and the guys on the offensive side, MVS, Juju, the KT. I mean, these are all new faces, and they just stepped up. I mean, they've done that all year, and then here comes KT into this thing late from the Giants, and he has a couple of the biggest plays of the game. So I mean, it's been like that. MVS, big plays. Juju tonight, big plays. Pacheco, big plays. Sky Moore, big play. These guys. My hat goes off to them. That's a tough thing to do in this league. Now, these are the best players in the world right here, and I felt like these were the 2 best teams. I mean, my hat goes off to Philadelphia, Jeff Lurie and Harry Roseman for what they've done with that program, and their head coach is a legit guy. He's great for the National Football League. Man, he brings great energy, and here he is. He's a young guy, and he's in the Super Bowl after his 2nd year. Man, it's a tremendous compliment for him and the city of Philadelphia.
Now, there were a lot of people talking about the fact that Andy Reid could potentially retire. He is of a particular age after all, but the success continues going. Patrick Lavon Mahomes II himself said that he wants to keep Andy Reid around. Andy said he wants to stay around another year at least if the team would have him back. A whole lot of action there, but here were the keys to the game according to the Super Bowl MVP himself, Patrick Lavon Mahomes II.
I told him at the beginning of the year, I said, as long as Andy Reid's coaching, we're going to have success as an offense, and I trust in the leaders that we have in that defense. And so to go from a team that wasn't, I wouldn't even say majority picked to win the AFC West to win the Super Bowl, that speaks to the guys that we have in our locker room.
The Chiefs' Isaiah Pacheco also did his job as well, had a crucial run and score late in the game to kind of set the tone to tie the game for the Chiefs. He had 15 carries on the night with 76 of his own. So just as many carries as Jalen Hurts, by the way, with all that in mind. So all that, another bit of young contribution from this group. But for tonight, with the 38-35 win, the land of the rising sun, I guess they're supposed to call that Arrowhead. I don't know. I better not say that. I don't want to get called a jabroni by anybody. But anyways, until next time, that'll do it for this edition and this season in the NFL. You'll see my work with the XFL very shortly. But until next time, everyone, class dismissed.